So this is Brad. He is a pied. In cockatiels, it's recessive. So he's a normal colored cockatiel that has a lot of his color blocked by the pied gene. This is Brittany, and she is a Latino pearl that I think might be pied because she has no bars on the bottom side of her tail. I'm not 100% sure though. So they're in here. It'll be the first time for both of them, although last summer Brittany, at 6 months of age, laid 6 eggs with no male. So, and this is one of those cases where I don't think Brittany's totally sold on Brad, but she loves the nest box. As you can see, she's very contentedly, scraping her little beak there, fluffed up and happy. So she's going to end up taking on Brad just because he happens to be there. It's all about timing, huh, Brad? He's eating some millet down here, so they're in. On the parakeets, this is good old Frost and Cinnamon. Frost has been rejected by 2 different females, and Cinnamon has rejected 2 different males. My reasoning on putting them together is I got them together. They were kept together for the first year of their life before I bought them, even though they'd never bred and were part of a group of about 8 parakeets. So, frankly, Cinnamon is not showing any interest at all in that nest box. None. She thinks Frost is a nice little bit of company, but she's not making any moves. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with these 2. My unbreedable birds. I'm going to leave them together for weeks. That's what I'm going to do. This is a new guy. I named him Sparky. He has a green band on his leg, as you can see. Which makes him a 3-year-old. He is a lovely bird that was somebody's pet. He's sweet, and he actually talks. I think I heard him talking. So, he's an olive, so he has 2 dark factors. So all of his babies will have at least 1 dark factor from him. He's also a spangle. And he's very, very light, even for a spangle. Since he has the olive coloration, he should be darker. For instance, these 2 are both spangles, and their green is much more pronounced. So I'm thinking he has something else in there that dims his coloration even more. Maybe he's an opaline or a clear flight or something that makes him a little bit lighter still. He's a great big guy with a big beefy body and nice feather too. I think he's probably one of my nicer birds. He's right up there with Frost. Good size, great feather. I am going to set him up with Kelly, who is a regular green. He's been in quarantine. He's on his last day of ranitazole. That's why I moved him out here. Tomorrow morning I'll change it up, put regular water in, and give him a girlfriend. He seems to be a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. The transition's been real easy on him. Good old Hedwig and Verde down here. Bonded pair. Hedwig's, her cere is brown and crusted, like she's ready to go. She's only paid some passing interest in the nest box, but we'll see what happens. Here is Rainbow and Aqua, and Rainbow ignored the nest box for the first 2 days she was in here, but today she has been in and out of it several times, so hopefully that's headed that way. The good news is, this is Blue and Fancy, and I was about ready to give up on Miss Fancy here. She still has a totally white and light blue cere, but I came out here today to feed them, and she was in the nest box, and she never even came out. So she's definitely interested, and frankly, I think she probably was the one that brought the Giardia in, because she's always been kind of weak and sickly. And now all of a sudden she is just as fat and sassy as you can possibly be. First time in her entire life. And this bird is 2 years old. I'm so happy for her because she's a pretty girl. So I'm really hoping she and Blue put it together this time. As you can see, Miss Fluffy is gone. She just disappeared right into that nest box. I have never seen a more willing pair of birds to breed than these two. I'm so happy. Sprite here is growing a bunch of new feathers on his head. One of the side effects of the Giardia is that it makes their skin itch on their head, and I think he had scratched off some of his feathers, so he's growing a bunch of new ones, so that's nice. He's a pretty boy, too. Nice shape. And down here, these two, Gray and little Miss Breezy down there, who is porking out. Breezy was doing a lot of pacing. I think she felt that Cinnamon, who was also pacing, was a threat to her. Because she liked the nest box the minute she got put in the cage, but she got distracted by the pacing thing. And she'd pace and pace and pace and then stop and go, oh, look, there's a hole. And then she'd climb in it and climb back out and go pace again. So today, way less pacing and starting to pay attention to Gray, who does not show any signs of giving up on her. He is going to make this happen. I can just feel it. So, that's the update. She's eating some spray of millet down there, fattening her little self up, and we're good. So, last time I gave several of them calcium and found what I think happened was it caused them to delay sitting on the eggs. So this time I gave them calcium the first day I put them in here in their water. And then I waited for 2 days and I'm giving them calcium again today, and then that's it. I'm not giving them any more. It's just a little boost to get them going. They all have their cuddle bones and everything else. In those mineral cups, they have a little salt, a little grit, and some ground up oyster shell, and a cuddle bone strapped to the back of it. And that should suffice. Also, in their wet food, which clearly they like, there's calcium in that as well. It's got egg food in it. So, okay, that's the update. Oh, see that? Look at that. That's the first time I've seen them do a little affection. Look at that. Oh, we made all kind of progress today. She says, kiss me, kiss me. Gray's like, I don't know. If you insist. Yep, she's definitely, oh, she's looking for attention now. Enough with the pacing, she's ready. Oh, good. That's a good sign right there. Good sign. And the fact that these two are sitting together right next to the hole in the nest box is also a good sign. Now, if we could just get these two to do something, I'd be absolutely thrilled. Come on, you two. Quit acting like that nest box isn't there.